Hello and welcome back to Stories with me, Jesse. And today we're once again sharing in the craziness that waiters and baristas deal with every day over at Reddit/talesfromyourserver. Let me know what you think of these stories in the comments, as well as any suggestions you might have that we may just use in a future installment. Better make a reservation as limited seating is available, cause we're getting started now. Our first story is titled, "Why did you seat those people? We were here first." This happened at my first hostessing job years ago, but it still makes my blood boil to this day. It was a usual busy weekend and an elderly couple walks in with no reservation, and I told them it's a 15-minute wait, but luckily there's no one in front of them, and they were peeved. The restaurant is an open floor plan and you can see the entire dining room from the front door, but I guess they couldn't see that well because obviously they couldn't tell how busy we were. The elderly couple sat in the waiting area and waited while staring me down. Not even a few minutes later, some people came in that are actually meeting a big party that's already half there and seated. They just needed help finding their friends. I showed them where their friends were, and when I got back to the host stand, the old lady threw her hands up in the air and said, "What the f***?" And the old man went berserk. "Why did you seat those people? We were here first." I explained to him that they weren't a new table, that their party already arrived 30 minutes ago, and they're just the remaining guests left of that big party. You would think that would be the end of his bitch fit, but since he knew he couldn't be mad at me because I was actually right, he started going off about something else. "Well, you better do your job right then and seat us right now. This is ridiculous." I replied, "Don't worry, sir. I know how my job works. I'll see you when there's actually something available," and made them wait an extra 10 minutes on top of their 15 just to be petty, but they literally didn't even notice. I don't know why this story still gets me raging. Oh boy. I guess age doesn't always instill people with patience. Don't you just love it when people act out without using common sense to understand a situation and lashing out for no good reason? From a very young age, we're taught to wait our turn patiently, but I guess some people just have to make a scene to get their point across. Maybe a drive-thru would be a better option if you're gonna be so rude about it. Moving on, our next story is called, "Apparently Not Doing Something That Isn't Even Remotely Your Job Is Rude." Okay, so I work in a bar. A party of office workers from across the road came in one night. Most of them are okay. One of them, a woman who I'll call Sarah from now on, was pretty drunk. At around 11 p.m., she asks me for a baked snack that we no longer sold. I told her that we don't have any. Confused, she said, "But I was here a few months ago and you had them then." I explained that we stopped selling them. Again, she says, "But you used to sell them." Again, I explain that we don't sell them anymore. Completely serious, she says, "Can you make me one?" I couldn't believe the cheek of this woman. Incredulously, I said, "Make you one? I'm a bartender, not a cook, and the kitchen's closed for the night." The cook had left over an hour ago, and even if by chance she was still hanging around, there was no reason why she or I should go out of our way for this woman child. Refusing to relent, Sarah goes, "Well, can't you just defrost some?" I explained to her that the cook, who had gone home an hour ago, used to make these savory pastries from scratch. There's nothing to defrost. I told her that if she's really hungry, the supermarket, which is a 5-minute walk away, sells the snack she's after, and that they shut at midnight. "You're really rude." Am I? What have I possibly said or done that can be considered rude?
"It's not what you've said, it's your demeanor."
My demeanor? What about my demeanor?
"You're not being very accommodating. You're very cold. You're not smiling."
Me resisting the urge to call her a toxic bitch. I'm not really a smiler.
"Well, then maybe you shouldn't be working here. I expect better than this. My company—"
It's not her f***ing company, she's just an employee.
"Spends a lot of money here. I don't like your attitude."
Other customers don't have a problem with me. Most of them actually find me hilarious.
"I want to see your manager."
She actually said this. The manager's currently busy. This wasn't a lie.
"What's your name?"
You don't need to know my name. She kept harassing me for my name, but I wouldn't give it to her because I didn't want to. Plus, I was enjoying watching her growing frustration. I sent the security man a text, telling him not to tell her my name. I stayed stoic because I refuse to give people like this the satisfaction of reacting. When they can't get a rise out of you, these people always get angry, which is hilarious. After a bit more bullshit, playing the amateur shrink, she said,
What happened to you that's made you like this? Something must have gone seriously wrong in your life to make you like this.
I held my tongue, but my assessment of her was that she comes from a wealthy family, and her parents spoil her. She followed me around the place, videoing me while ranting, threatening to have me fired, etc. This made me angry, but I didn't react or say anything. Where do I even begin? Lady, how do you find yourself in a bar after the kitchen is closed down and pick a fight with a bartender because you're hungry? That's really unfortunate that they don't make your special pastry anymore, but most even moderately intelligent people would say, "Oh man, that sucks," and accept the facts as they're given to you. I've had my fun in bars a few years back, but never have I tried to snap back and pick a fight with my host like this. In these times, I'd be thankful enough just to leave the damn house for an hour and count my lucky stars for a change of scenery. Please just go away and don't let the door hit you on the way out. Our next story is titled, Karen Gets Called by Her Name. At store this past Sunday with a friend of mine, we both are waiting in line to buy stuff and our register was pretty close to the customer service desk. My friend is staring at the customer service desk and then nudges me to look. Woman is at customer service desk complaining. She is going on and on about not being able to return the 2 packages of toilet paper that she bought 2 months ago. Store policy was that they were not accepting returns for that item along with disinfecting wipes, rubbing alcohol, and other cleaning products too. So this woman looks like a classic Karen in every single way, right down to the frosted bobbed hair. It was truly the perfect Karen cut. Also in yoga pants, so yeah, on point. So this conversation between the hapless store employee and Karen is getting ugly. Store employee is no match for Karen, who is well versed in Karen language and using the terms to get her way, i.e.,
Why is the store policy only applicable to those items?
And
I buy stuff here all the time and have never seen that sign.
And
I have a store credit card here and have for over 10 years. I give you so much business and I'm going to cancel my card if you don't allow me to return those items.
Then Karen, being Karen, goes right for the jugular.
Need to speak to your manager right now!
My friend who is with me is a server at a pretty popular restaurant in the same city. I am a bartender, but not at the same restaurant. She knows the woman complaining. My friend starts telling me that the woman complaining is her worst nightmare. She would always come into the restaurant with her 2 kids and demand all sorts of special stuff for free, then complain about not taking some type of coupon or membership discount card. And the best part, this woman's name really is Karen. So my friend yells over to her, "Hey Karen, how are you?" To which the woman explodes,
How do you know my name is Karen? Who the hell are you? Just mind your own damn business and stop acting like you know me. Don't call me by my name like you know me. Ah!
So a few of the other employees are now snickering to themselves, including the cashier that is our cashier for our line, who says to us, "Seriously? Is her name Karen?" To which my friend says yes, absolutely, and she is a total 100% Karen. My friend then tells the cashier that this woman comes to her restaurant and pulls the same shit all the time. And at least now she knows that it just isn't her that is the target of her missives. We stick around to see if Karen gets her way because, well, I insisted to see the outcome because I wanted Karma to kick Karen's ass. Yup. Karma kicked Karen's ass in this case as the store refuses to return the toilet paper and recommended she donate it to charity or a shelter or community group that provides necessities for those in need. The manager even told Karen that if she wanted to leave it at the store, he would make sure it got to a group that needed it more than she did. Karen's head exploded at that point as she dragged the toilet paper back to her car. Total karma payback. Worth the wait to see. My friend can't wait to see Karen back after the restaurant reopens, as she is planning on bringing a roll of toilet paper to the table along with the menu for Karen as a fun new promotion for the restaurant reopening. Yes! Just yes! That was oh so satisfying to read. The best Karen stories are always the ones that get her back and then some. I hope you all enjoyed that one as much as I did. To bring this literal Karen some TP that she can use to wipe that extra that she's been spilling out of her mouth is an utterly blissful image, and I'd honestly like to know your thoughts on these stories in the comments. I apologize for the shorter video this time, and I may just have to put a hiatus on more episodes from this subreddit until restaurants start opening up again. But I'm truly thankful to have you along for the ride, and you guys really motivate me to keep churning out more content. Anyways, that's about all the time we have for today, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks again for tuning in with me, Jesse. What did you think of these stories? Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more content, and check out what other stories I have for you. I hope each and every one of you does something just a little indulgent for yourselves. For me, that exquisite indulgence is simply speaking with you guys. I'll catch you in the next one.